Many of your college courses will involve solving problems, including math, chemistry, statistics, among others. These problems will often be well defined. This means there is a correct solution that when you understand it and know when to apply it, you will be able to solve any problems of the same kind. The challenge is that when you are new to math, solving novel problems can be nearly impossible. Without having some hints about how to proceed, most students will stumble, but there is hope. Scientists have discovered a great way to learn how to solve problems, and it's pretty straightforward. Let's take a look at this strategy in the context of simplifying algebraic equations. Let's solve for a in this equation. Even after instruction in class, many students may initially struggle to solve such a problem. The trick is that when you're starting out, you shouldn't try to solve them, but instead you should begin by studying a worked example. You should be able to get worked problems from your textbook, from the internet, from your notes, or from your instructor. Here's the worked example for the last problem. You should study how the problem is solved and consider asking yourself why each step of the problem is correct. After you study the worked example, then try to solve one yourself. Make sure you check each step of your solution with the correct worked example. If you struggle a bit or don't have the correct solution, then you should study another worked example. Then try your hand at solving another one. Go back and forth from studying worked examples and actually trying to solve practice problems until you feel comfortable solving the problem at hand and you understand what you're doing. Then, you should come back at a later time so that you can distribute your practice for all the problems that you were learning. When you come back, you'll probably find that you've forgotten some solutions, so use the same strategy of studying a worked example and then attempting to solve a practice problem. If you think you mostly understand how to solve a problem, one trick is to study the worked example, but cover up the final steps and try to work these out on your own. The idea is simply to study worked examples and gradually rely on them less while you practice. Then, distribute your practice with the problems until you can consistently solve them after a long delay. At this point, you're probably ready to challenge yourself with a practice test so you can really tell how you're doing and whether you're ready for that in-class exam.